Miniladies. Jemut live sorry. Keso tubi. Jemut taivri depan. Hendo jagun Charles lui vali miri. Hendo jagun Kostas. Untari vali Sirio trikilsa. Jemut kiven jui depan. Unei siti veli velat. Untari valotti.
Until Kurt goes and invites us into his Mercedes. We're many fans, and we're ladies, we're many fans, not the shady ones. We'd ride along beside him in his luxurious carpet. We're the Lady May fans, watch your content on demand. We're the only women in this miniverse, for better or worse.
Okay, so one man to the bad gentleman.
Oh, yes.
How many times did you guys listen to that song?
A few.
At least 10?
It's catchy. I love it. Oh, he is great.
Very catchy. Very catchy.
Yes.
What a joy. So that will bring us in nicely to the first thing I wanted to talk about, which was the 5K. Tara, how did it go for you?
Well, like I said last week, I was planning on just walking, which I did just that. But I think what was exciting about it is just hearing the commentary and hearing how other people were doing, and just the fact that so many people around the country and the world were doing this. It was super exciting. So, I mean, I didn't participate as far as the running went, but I still got out and,
That's participating for sure. Brandy, how
Right.
about you?
I definitely did better than I thought I would. I think I did like 38 minutes. So, I mean, for somebody who doesn't usually run at all.
Right.
And it was great. I loved having the commentary to listen to and listening to Steve and the broadcast. It was great to have that, while you're running. So.
Yeah, so much fun with the commentary. The app didn't register my miles, but I'm not really even worried. That's not what I was participating for.
Right.
I can't wait to see, I think they're working on a video, and I cannot wait to see that, because I was on Twitter for a good hour after just, looking at everyone, shared something about it. And it was like, finally, we had a little bit of, a nice community event, even if it's from afar. So I'll look forward to ones that they have in person for sure. I kind of was kicking myself for not going, but
Me too. When I saw how many people were there, I was like, I should have just made the trip. Like, it's not
we
that
could have
long.
carpooled too.
Yeah.
So the next one for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think they're teasing another event that they're working on. So fingers crossed that we hear about that soon. Yes, I need to get out, that's for sure.
Yes.
So Brandy, did you get to listen to the Sirius show today?
I did. It was nice having 2 episodes of Kirk today.
Sure.
I liked having, 2 different shows, and that was kind of my thing too, with the reason I set up the Sirius subscription, because I knew the shows would be completely different, and why not get the extra Kirk in your Wednesday?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It was nice to have that, because I listened to the show that they taped last night first thing this morning. So to be able to just kind of roll right into that for the afternoon was great. It was just very nice to have.
and we were all really excited about it. And I mean, I'm not trying to be naive, but I was kind of like, well, I don't know what the difference is. I've always considered Kirk to be on podcast format because even back in the EEI days, I listened to it on demand. So
Right.
I'm like,
Same.
I don't really even know what the difference is, but this had a very different tone. I think, I mean, Kirk's smart enough. He came out with, you know, a little bit of Trump talk, a little anti-Brady talk, some digs at the Caller Daddy situation. So that should perk up some ears for sure. So I thought it was a great show, Tara.
Yeah, I actually got to listen to the majority of it. I know someone tweeted, I think even DEC tweeted that I would like you were trying to go back to listen to it, but it wasn't there. Like it was showing like the current station, so I couldn't listen to like the whole thing. But yeah, you're right about the tone. I would say it's just like it's really cool to see it. Not that it was never official, but just like seeing there be more recognition and seeing him, you know, possibly get attention from other people at Barstool and just like bring in more listeners. So I think one, it's really cool to have Double the Kirk on a Wednesday, and I also think it's just really cool for him to spread out like this as well. So it was really cool to witness that. So
yeah, I just found myself so excited to listen to it, and it's like, well, I mean, we have a podcast every day, but for some reason it had that little
new. It's like it's
extra
like a new
feeling.
Yeah, like the new relationship type of thing. So we'll get to those later.
Oh, we've got a lot of relationship talk today for sure. But while we stay on the Barstool topic, we had a Dave Portnoy situation earlier this week. I believe they were calling it the Dick Print Gate. Mm-hmm. So I had a couple of thoughts about this because Dave Portnoy has, albeit short, he has a sex tape, but you don't see anything in it. We have to see the goods. He has to be walking around his pool on his cell phone, apparently, in a pair of jogging pants. Now, would you guys call this like the male version of a camel toe? Is that what we're dealing with here?
Yeah, probably. I mean, how else do you explain, you know, wearing something tight enough to just make out everything underneath?
That's very true. I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah,
so I like that.
Oh yeah, I'm here for the analogies for sure. So that kind of got me thinking about wardrobe malfunctions and like, what is your nightmare wardrobe malfunction? Tara, I'll let you go first.
Well, it's happened before, but so when I go to the beach or, you know, I'm at a pool, mostly the beach because of the waves, when they, you know, hit hard, they hit hard and they tend to take my top off. So that's going to be a great sound drop. So I actually bought a bathing suit recently because everything's on clearance. So it's like a strapless, and I'm lucky that it came with like another strap to like go around my neck because I would definitely be in trouble. So yeah, there have been a few times like that where the top just like gets knocked off, or like the bottoms too. So that's just
she's going with the whole. It's
happened. I'm going off of straight facts, and yeah. So.
You know, whenever I watch Survivor with my kids, and the women always bring these like string bikini tops, and I'm thinking, with the challenges that they have to do, I would be bringing a sports. I need things secured and not moving. I don't know why they always
wearing a one piece.
I guess
in
I know
situation.
But
yeah, right.
It's TV. Of course, you know that they're going to wear stuff like that. I mean, the reality of it is be prepared and actually, you know, dress appropriately for what you're doing.
One would think. Brandy, wardrobe malfunctions for you?
So I do have to agree with Tara. That one never crossed my mind, but it has happened before, mainly the tops. But the other one that I thought of is not so much a wardrobe malfunction, but, you know, and this is getting probably really personal. I apologize to all the men out there. But, you know, that time of the month rolls around unexpectedly. You're wearing white pants of some sort, that sort of thing. I have to admit, I've never worn white for that one specific reason, because it's always been a fear of mine.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
I've never in my life owned a pair of white bottoms for that reason only.
I mean, I guess, yeah, better safe than sorry. If that's a serious,
yeah, that's a good reason.
and then you have like the fear of the Marilyn Monroe happening if you're walking with like a loose.
Yeah, that's happened before. I was in Disney.
And just boom, there it is.
Happiest place on earth, Brandy.
Yeah.
Oh my
Those
God.
wind tunnels, they can really work against you.
Yes.
Oh, so there we go. We have we've touched on all sorts of starting with Dave Portnoy, who, I mean, I will say that it was a video, right, of him talking on the phone, and within 2 minutes, how many people picked up on it? It was just instant.
Steve from Providence was like so happy. It was like it was Christmas for him. He was so happy to see that.
I was gonna say that's where I saw the photo, was when Steve from Providence posted it. And I have to be honest, I'm a little surprised and slightly disappointed that he didn't have his own picture to compare with it, because Steve strikes me as the type that might want to compare.
I have a feeling that will be coming. So you just sit tight.
Or probably has, but he chose to do it personally and not publicly share yet. So who knows?
I know nothing. I know people are always digging for this. I think there might be something along those lines of our very own Steve Robinson out there, but these are not things that I go looking for. They unfortunately just get on the radar. But while we're on the subject of Steve, I'm going to just transition right into our next topic, which is lying. And I was thinking about Steve's lies, and he was on another Barstool podcast today. I think it dropped, the dog walk. Is that what it's called? But I listened to it. It was funny. The guy was kind of fascinated with Steve and like his stories. And when you take the pieces and just break them down, it does kind of tell an odd story. But I was thinking, in a relationship, is it ever okay to lie? So we're going to go around the room, and I'll start. I was thinking, I think it's okay to lie if somebody asks you, how do I look? They're asking you that because they want a compliment, and it is okay to just say, oh yeah, great, even if maybe you don't completely mean it. Tara, what did you have?
So that was actually one of them as well, similar to that. I think it's okay to lie when, not only if they look okay, but let's say, your significant other is cooking something, or I don't know, that might not taste that great, but you also want to compliment them, especially at the beginning of a relationship when you want things to go well. I think as someone who's in a long-term relationship, now we're completely honest with each other, and, he has no problem saying, okay, this sucks, or same vice versa. The other one I had is like a lot of people have issues with the other person's in-law, like their in-laws or just like family members. So, sometimes you might lie and be like, oh yeah, like they're great, or, kind of similar.
That was the exact other one that I had too. If your family talks shit about,
yeah, well, I like the way you put it better. I like the way you put it better, but yeah, those were the two that I had.
Sugarcoat that. That's okay. Brandy?
So I actually had those as well, but the other one that I actually had was, if your significant other or yourself, if you're planning a surprise vacation or a trip or a present of some sort, sometimes you do get, a phone call from somebody while you're planning that, and you kind of have to lie about who's on the phone. And I think that's another time that it's probably okay to lie, because, surprises are nice and it's a sweet gesture. And so
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Sure. Surprises are nice.
Yes.
And then you kind of get into the murky waters of, is not telling considered lying? So like if, an ex-boyfriend like sends you a message and you just don't want to even have to deal with the fight, it's not a big deal to you, so you don't bring it up. Is that lying? Is it okay?
Right.
So Usually you know the other person well enough to know I should just not say anything.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that kind of segues into the deal breaker part. So yeah,
true.
So deal breakers in relationships. One of them is like still talking to an ex like for a long time after you've broken up. Like, why is there still a need to talk to this person? I mean, and they don't really explain why, and it's just kind of awkward. You know, I get that for some people it's hard to detach, but it's like, okay, enough is enough. Like, you're with me now. So I think after a while that would get kind of old.
Okay, so that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy, give us one of yours.
So one of the deal breakers I had was bad hygiene. I'm the type that showers 2, sometimes 3 times a day. And if you are, you know, smelly, stinky, don't brush your teeth twice a day sort of person, it's probably not going to work.
Right, gotta stay clean then. That's, you know,
that's good to know for all you bachelors out there.
Yes.
Yeah, boys,
smell nice, stay clean.
Well, kind of along those lines with taking care of yourself. For me, a smoker's a deal breaker. No way.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I could probably feel myself like cringing up with rage every time I had to be subjected to that. So yes, absolutely no smokers. We'll go back the other way. Brandy, what was your second one?
I also had messy. I can be a little OCD. And so if you can't pick up after yourself, find the hamper, find the trash can, take care of your clothes. I'm not your maid. So I'm a stickler for things like that. I feel like at my age, it's kind of, you know, we're adults.
Now, is it to the point, like, say you have the shoes off in the doorway, do the shoes have to be like lined up against the wall, or?
Oh yeah, when I have company, my OCD is bad. When I have company, like my brothers and stuff, if they just kick their shoes off and walk away, I have to go over and fix the shoes and line them up. Like, I'm bad. Everything has a place, and it better be in its place. I will fix it if I find it, but I do it grudgingly.
Don't come to my house. Or we can't date, sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. Spoiler alert. Kara, what else did you have?
So the next one I had was not having similar outlooks on like future goals. I mean, even though I like haven't been in many relationships, I think like if me and my significant other, you know, we had different opinions on kids or like different just future lifestyle choices, I think, okay, well, we don't want the same thing, so I'm not going to waste my time necessarily. So I think, you know, luckily my fiance and I are on the same page with that. So obviously that's why we're together. So things like that, I mean, it could go with anything really, like kids, or if we want a house, or, you know, pets, stuff like that. So
Yes, I would. Question 1 on a first date is, do you like dogs?
Yeah, so, right. Like, it's not going to work if you don't. So
very, very true. So I also had like terrible grammar is, and I don't want to sound like I need to have some, you know, college educated Shakespearean, but you have to sound like you passed the 5th grade. I'm not going to sit and listen to them when it shouldn't be there or ain't, and like speak properly, speak intelligently. Bad, terrible grammar is a deal breaker for sure. Yeah. Brandy, what else do you have?
I had lazy. I am somebody who I'm up by 5 a.m. every morning. I can stay up till 10 or 11 every night, but you rarely see me sitting in front of a TV. I'm constantly going. I mean, whether I'm at the hardware store, or I'm doing dishes, or I'm doing laundry, or whatever it may be, I'm always doing something, and my day starts at 5 a.m. So if you're somebody that, you know, sleeps till 9, or doesn't get in the shower until 11, or doesn't want to leave the house till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or you don't want to just pack up on a Saturday and go hiking just for the hell of it, yeah, you're not for me.
I'm the same way. Like if we're going somewhere and it opens at 7, we're there at 6:30. Like I have to be the first one there because I will not roll into, say, the beach at 10 where I'm parked in the back and hauling it. I'm leaving the beach at 10 because I've already got my 3 hours in.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
That's definitely. I agree with you on that one. Okay, we can date again. Tara, what else did you have?
So my last one is just like not being able to, like, after you have a discussion and you, whether it's an argument or something that's really important and there's no growth or change after that. I mean, I think, you know, a part of a relationship is to grow and to learn from each other. And if, you know, we still are having the same conversation about something and, you know, nothing is coming out of it, you know, how long could you deal with that? You know what I mean? Especially being like an adult and, you know, wanting to fix things and just make things work, you know, you have to put in effort. So I guess long story short, probably like lack of effort.
And communication
is
important too, being able to know when to discuss a situation and learn from it. So I think that's important. That's a good one. Mine are a little more petty, I think, because my last one is, have you guys ever encountered these guys who are like shoe people? And they like wash their shoes like constantly, and they own a lot of them. It's
that's awful.
Shoe guy is out because that's strange. That's my thing. Come on now, let us have our thing.
Right.
So, I obviously have encountered this in the past, and it was strange. And it was like, we can't walk over here because my shoes and my constantly scrubbing at them. Yet, you know, there's a sink full of dishes that goes completely unrecognized. So,
if you're more feminine than me,
right? Yeah, come on now.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, so that's everything that we had, and I'm going to turn it over to Tara to handle our status on Bachelorette.
All right.
Because I don't know what it is.
You're just along for the ride. And I mean, I don't know a lot of what's happening because Brandy was the one who received the video submissions and she went through them. And I think depending on how many she has and what she wants to do with them, we are going to eliminate somebody, right? Or
we are eliminating 2 people.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Take it away, Brandy.
So we did get 4 video submissions. We got one from @Billings Samuel. It was a great video. He's definitely on the top of the list. He is from Waikiki. I actually was there just last June. So I love Hawaii. I think it's great. The other one was AR Sanborn. He just seemed very genuine, very sweet, has seen the show, which was nice. So I enjoyed that video. The Kirk Minifan, he's one that I had met in Madawaska. We spent some time communicating and stuff there. So that was nice to hear from him. And then, of course, John from Scranton. I laughed, I cried, I watched it several times. He's just great. It was amazing. They were tears of joy and laughter, but it was the best video ever. And I couldn't help but watch it several times.
Oh my God.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was just curious, did the 2 that we didn't know who they were, did they ever follow up? Did we ever find out who they are?
So those are actually the 2 that were kind of eliminated because I didn't have Twitter handles. They didn't go through with anything. So then Jay with 4 Ys, he also sent in a video, so that was nice. So again, very genuine. So of course those ones went through because they sent videos, they were able to follow directions. And then the 3 to fill the, you know, top 8, I went with BA because come on, why not? It's BA. I mean,
where was his video?
I know. I was disappointed. I was very shocked. But I figure it's BA. He gets a second chance.
You're on thin ice, BA. Come on now.
He is. He needs to step it up because I
He's
know
automatically in the bottom
We
two.
see his face all over the YouTube all the time. You're telling me you could make a video?
I know. And then I went with Deadpool_Kirk and Scooby Doo Pinata. They were the other two that actually gave Twitter handles in the first round. So we kind of went that route. And then, of course, we discussed last week the twist with the Mystery Man. He is still there. So there, I guess, are technically 9. He is still around.
Oh, wow.
Still lingering in the shadows.
Yes. Probably not the shadows as much as people would think. So definitely some competition there for everybody. But that's where we win.
All right.
Okay. So what's next?
That goes back to Tara.
All right. So
she's ready.
So week 2 is basically Brandy having a little Zoom date / just like hang out with the contestants. So this will get the contestants an opportunity to be one-on-one with Brandy, get to know her on another level, and just obviously socially distance. So we'll do the Zoom date. And then from there, this can happen between now and next week, and then you can eliminate 2 more contestants and then go from there. And then I think maybe one of the last challenges, we'll let the listeners decide something special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lauren.
I was just wondering, like, is the Zoom thing going to be everyone in one room, and are we recording it?
I think it's totally up to Brandy. I think maybe just having
that
one
might be hard to coordinate.
Yeah, like one-on-one. And I think with Zoom you can record if you want. So I think if Brandy wants that opportunity, just have like clips and stuff to eventually post, or if she just wants to keep it private, she can just discuss what went on, and then kind of depending on her level of enjoyment with these Zoom dates, then she can eliminate from there. So
and I think maybe at the end of this show we can tweet out the top 8. And I don't know, I'm sure by now everybody is familiar with Zoom, but anybody who is not and they'd rather like a FaceTime video, I am fine if they DM me. I will share my phone number, and I'm okay FaceTiming with anybody who has that ability, because I know sometimes it's just easier on a phone, if you're on the road and such. So we'll get all those names out, and everybody can just reach out, and we'll set up our virtual dates.
I know it'll be very interesting, but I think it's pretty cool, and we're just getting to it, and soon Brandy may or may not be off the market by the end of this. Who knows?
We will see.
Very, very exciting.
Who knows? I may be living in Honolulu at the end of this.
I know. I mean, I'm going to go with that at this point.
I've never been west. Fun fact, the first time I was ever in a different time zone was when I went to Madawaska.
Wow.
And it confused the hell out of me.
Well, yeah.
Like,
it is very confusing.
Especially because we went back and forth so frequently that it's like you couldn't really get used to it. You're just like, oh, okay, we're back.
Well, I can tell you, I've gone to Tennessee a few times, and Tennessee actually falls in between 2 different time zones. So depending on where you are in Tennessee, you could be in a different time zone on the same day. So that confuses me.
So you've mentioned Tennessee a few times, Brandy. Just out of curiosity, do you have like a friend there, or is it just a town that you like? Or
so I actually have an uncle they technically live, they're in Chattanooga. They have a houseboat on the Tennessee River. And so I went down to visit them. I ended up in Nashville while I was there. I completely fell in love with Nashville, Chattanooga, the whole aspect of it. And so I go down at least once a year now. This year I haven't gone yet. I don't know if I will. I was just there in November, but hopefully get to go back because it's where I definitely would like to retire to. So.
Oh, cool.
There you go. Right. Well, that's a fun fact. I was just curious because I know you said you really enjoy the city. I didn't know if something drew you to that.
Yeah, it's the best nightlife adventure I've ever experienced. So
never been there, but hoping to go at some point in my life.
Yeah. Nashville's great. Anybody who hasn't been should experience it at least once.
Yes. Oh, interesting. I don't do like clubs, so I don't know if I would or like bugs. Are the bugs big? Cause
no, the bugs are bad. But mainly the reason for that is because it's so humid. So if you don't do heat, you probably wouldn't like it either. But that's why I like it, because I like the heat. I don't like the bugs. So it's great.
Yeah, I don't know many people who are like, oh, the bugs. Yes, it's great.
Right, exactly. And the Tennessee River is so warm that you don't even
go in the river.
Yes.
Aren't there like things in there? Oh,
yeah. Yep.
Really?
All kinds of things.
I don't think I would go in there. I need a pool. I need to be able to see the bottom and what's stirring about.
This took a turn.
Yes.
Like,
Season 2, Lauren, only clean water.
Yes. Well, they were talking about Blind Mike and Ted doing the triathlon, which I mean, I am so there for. I will be going. I don't care where they're doing that. Whatever time zone it's in, I will go. My girlfriend does triathlons, and she's trying to convince me to try to do one. So I was like, I'm not swimming in the ocean. Are you crazy? I'm not getting I'll do 40 laps in a pool before I will get in an ocean.
So have you seen Jaws? Have you seen
Jaws?
No,
I'm not. No, I don't do the creatures. Plus, I'm not jogging in my bathing suit. I'll take 20 minutes hit on the time and go get changed, because they run in like the wetsuit. No.
Yeah.
So I might be a little high maintenance for the triathlon.
It's okay. I think you would do great, but I think just if they captured that on video for me, it'd be like I couldn't watch it if it was me like running and then like passing the thing and then like swimming and like it wouldn't be like Baywatch. It wouldn't be like the good view.
Not cute.
Like,
no, not cute.
No.
I took a few videos while I was running the 5K just because they kind of asked us to. And when you're outdoors, I can't see my phone because I'm old and I don't know what I'm doing. And I get back home and I'm finally inside and I was like, no one will ever see this. Are you out of your mind? I'm not sharing this with
It's a good memory for yourself to have. Like,
I didn't even attempt to take a video because that was my thought. I was like, there's no way I'm capturing anything that even looks decent on this video camera.
I know. I'll be like, I guess we can't make fun of Mike anymore because here I am, sweating with my mouth hanging open and jiggling around. So
he's putting himself out there, and hey, he's doing fine. So we're all
good for Mike. I cannot wait to see those videos. So hopefully those come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Okay, well, I think we're done. Does anyone have anything else they wanted to add?
I don't think so.
I don't even know how we got on all this triathlon stuff, but
they're probably all right. What kind of creatures? Like, I think we need to dive into that next time.
The Loch Ness monster. I envision everything in those waters. Absolutely not. No.
All right.
So, okay, everyone, be careful when you're swimming.
Yes.
Final advice of the night.
Yes. All right.
Okay, I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.